everything that you've sort of implied today and said outright is true, that maybe there is racial bias, maybe there is racism, incompetence, deliberate, right? Supposing all of that is true, you can't ignore or even attempt to ignore all of these facts that we have, like the bruises on the body, the way he was found, like his size and stature, the fact that there's, no suicide note, et cetera, et cetera. Like you can't. I don't see how you can release that kind of a statement and just expect people to just accept it. Like it's mentioned here as well. There's so many people that have commented on this and said how incorrect the investigation is and how there's clearly suspicion there, like I'm not an expert on this case, but I can see a lot of inconsistencies, and like the more I read about it, the more questions I have personally, because I'm like, well, this doesn't add up, this doesn't add up, this doesn't
You
add
don't
up.
have
Like
to be an expert. You don't
right.
have to be this is not an expert. This is a purely data-driven exercise.
Mhm.
I mean, is it emotional? Yeah.
Of
A
course.
middle-aged, healthy, 35-year-old U.S. Army veteran with 3 young children shows up dead in a predominantly white, rich suburbs. Found, they open up the crime scene immediately, and they won't let the family see the body in 2 days. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to have any emotion. You look at the data. It's odd. Like I said, this is the Keystone Cops, and they get away with it because they're crooked. They've done this year in, year out, and they've been protected, and no one's really called them out until we did. We have other community organizations that have reached out to us and said, we have the same issues. We've had incidents like this. How did you do it? How'd you go about doing it? How did you go? We've had, and this is not braggadocious, this is facts. We've had Reddit posts. People have put up Reddit posts about crooked whip pain. We've had over 1 million hits on Reddit about certain posts. This is a systematic issue, not just here. This is truly a worldwide issue. I mean, it really is.
This is what I mean. Like, this was something I was going to ask you as well. Like, I mentioned earlier about how there's so many crimes against people of color that aren't fully investigated or you don't hear about enough on the news, and it's like you can't unsee how, say, like crimes against like white people get like advertised quite a lot, but then crimes against people of color don't, and they'll be the same exact crimes. Like it could be a kidnapping or a murder or something like that, and just nothing. Like you hear nothing about it or very little. And yeah, and it's happening in all these different nations around the United States, and it's like, okay,